be Los Angeles off the tip. So the Nets starting five. Harris is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Jordan, and it's Durant, and it's Chandler in at the 4 spot. Now here is Davis. Pass to Kuzma. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working around out his game. He's growing as a defender, rebounder, and a playmaker.
Outside Durant. Pass to Jordan. Harris against Green. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Jordan. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. Here's LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
Man, you gotta love watching James Scott for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
C-Web last season, Kuzma making strides as a passer and as a defender.
Oh yeah, Kevin, that's because Rajon Rondo got him in the film room. Rondo! I mean, he improved his recognition, his rebounding. Still an area to work on.
Here's LeBron, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Trying to get open is Kuzma. The shot's good from LeBron. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game to go. KD finds Irving. Here's Jordan. He's covered by Rondo. Harris against Green. 5 to shoot. Irving for 3. A putback. It's good on the putback.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here's LeBron, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Chris, later this season, LeBron James likely to surpass Kobe Bryant for 3rd on the all-time scoring list.
And that might be a bittersweet moment for Lakers fans, Kevin. I mean, a lot of diehard Kobe supporters who've long held that the Mamba, not LeBron, was the heir apparent to Jordan.
And the first one drops. Coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances, LeBron James said he had to grow up early, take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, and that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. And ever since, he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin. He empowered trusted friends along the way. He's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
And so he makes both from the line.
For the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
When KD gets it in that close to the rim, you're out a good option. He's so good. I mean, sometimes you just give him the foul. You just give the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second.
I mean, think about Durant. He's such a unique player. He uses his length. That's my man, Stretch Armstrong. He's basically a 7-foot guard.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 6. And it's Cook missing. Dinwiddie against Kuzma. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Puts it up from 17. No good from Durant.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
James against LeVert. Now here's James. Unloads. And the jumper is on the mark. James has got 8.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes makes that an easy shot.
You see this all too often. You have to be willing.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
What's going to separate us is how close we are.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
So for Brooklyn now, Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Jared Allen is out there with Taurean Prince, and it's Caruge in at the small forward position. That free throw, no good. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
And he's good on the second. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointers, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do care, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement, and they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have three of the best shooters last season out of any team, maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. And it's all evened up.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Here is Daniels. Dinwiddie covering. Here's the floater. And it's sent back by Allen. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Irving surveying the floor. Allen passes to Dinwiddie. And Davis pulls it down.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And it's McGee with the jam.
You see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
59 seconds left in the first half of the game. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a four-time All-Star.
One of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. Devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch films. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film, but what's going on, man? He's made it clear. Once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Bradley. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Daniels. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. Kevin Durant's checked in for Rodions Kurucs. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Dinwiddie. Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Durant, Latrey. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Outside Rondo. Now the pass to Davis. Stolen by Durant with 1 on the clock. That one, no good. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays, even when the defense devised different looks.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to be...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at James, what a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. And it's Rondo in at point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Rondo with a clean look. No good from outside. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. A 2-point game. Not going to go that time. LeBron with some nice D. So it's the Lakers now. It's hauled in by Harris.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Anthony Davis. Avery Bradley comes in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The Nets also changing it up. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Karis LeVert comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Allen finds LeVert. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Kuzma. Misses off the left iron.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
James, the pass to Kuzma. Second chance effort. And it's sent back by Allen. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And again, no good by Brooklyn. James against Dinwiddie. And James throws it down.
You can't give James a lane to the basket. He's exceptionally quick at attacking on the drive.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And stolen by LeBron. And it's the Lakers on the break. Jumps up. And the dunk by James.
Oh, man, the all-around game of James. Capable of dominating you on both ends of the floor. Like right there.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. You look at James, what a contribution.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout. Trying to deny him ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
And the Lakers with some changes. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Bradley. And it's Troy Daniels in for Cook. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Prince is checked in. LeVert the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert, trying to end the drought. Cousins pulls it in. Lakers leading by 6. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Kuzma. Missed inside. The Nets have got a paltry 0 of 6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start to the half. And here's LeVert. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Clock at 6. Ring shot on the way. No good.
James is a tough defender. Uses his body well. Stays with this man and makes life difficult on him.
And we've reached the end. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Nets. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Wilson Chandler out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. Cans the 12-footer. Irving's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Nets.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
The drive by LeBron. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
No good on that one.
In many ways, he feels like he's playing his best ball right now when you talk about LeBron James.
Rodions Kurucs, he's checked in for the Nets. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Nets trailed by 4. Irving attacking, and good that time. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
I love the aggressive mentality. Irving is terrific at pouncing on any available lane to the basket.
James left side. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Rondo. A floater, and it's good on the way in. And the Lakers lead by 4.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The offensive rebound, Jordan. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
It's LeBron with the drive, and finished off by LeBron.
I love how James takes hold of these possessions. When his team needs a basket, he steps up to the plate.
Irving against Rondo. Irving can't get it to go.
He's got bad shots. This is the time to work the ball inside to get the best shot possible. I mean, that's the way to make the comeback happen.
Here's Rondo. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 4. And slam dunk by Jordan.
and you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Here's LeBron. Trying to get open is Kuzma. Great D that time from Jordan. Brooklyn with the ball. To the inside. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan player of the game, DeAndre Jordan.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp. And his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions. And boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. If this game's still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. KD, that's for two. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from the Staples Center. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Shutting the floor for the Nets. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Durant is out there with Wilson Chandler. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Home in the paint. Outside, KD. Over Davis. No good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. To the paint. And Kuzma slams it in.
Going up before our eyes. Kuzma, shots like this reinforce the fact that he's the real deal.
Outside Irving. Lets a floater go. Rebound the Lakers. Kuzma outside.
All-around player. He's very solid at finding his guys in their spots.
Timeout called the Nets. They're trailing by 6. 1:06 left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. Action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. James against Durant. In the corner, it's Harris. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. You can defend at a high level. It's so fun watching him play.
Rondo looking around. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Can't waste any time here.
You're right. They desperately need a bucket in every second match.
Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Look at how assured Irving is. When the game is on the line, he demands the ball.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Rondo with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 ball. Brooklyn with the rebound. Timeout called. The Nets. They're down by 2. 5 seconds left in overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Here's Irving. Pass to Durant. From deep. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. They escape